Alright, so I want to talk about how some romantic relationships should have been creative partnerships.
Look it up.
So, as a creative, right? As a creative and just a regular person, like, you yearn for companionship and romance, but I feel like creative energy, well, this is a fact actually, creative energy and romantic energy or sexual energy comes from the same place, right? So when you're yearning for that romance, is it really the romance, or are you just yearning for someone to see you and to understand you,
or for somewhere to put that creative energy?
Yeah. And so I think that before, like, let's say you're in a situation where you meet somebody and y'all have a really good connection and y'all are vibing, and now as a person that is drawn to, like, one of the episodes you talking about crushes, and I think I was saying how in order for me to develop a crush, I need to be like interacting with you consistently, whether that's like do anything, like it doesn't really matter what we're doing, but if there's a vibe there, you know, it could become a potential crush. Now if the feelings are mutual, I think that especially creatives, just in general, but creatives especially, you should think, should we proceed with this? Like, because we work so well together, if we take it to that level, sexual or romantic, it could ruin it, you know? And then you might be looking back like, damn, we shouldn't have did that. So, yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
When it comes to, I definitely believe that, number one. I definitely believe that sexual energy is just creative energy. But I do think that we need to have an outlet for expressing ourselves sexually.
Yeah.
Not just creatively. And there's many ways you can express yourself sexually.
So you don't think that having a creative release will satisfy the sexual energy or the tension? You think they're separate?
I think that they are. I think that sexual energy is creative energy. But I think that sexual energy does need to be expressed.
Yeah.
But I do think that before jumping straight into, I would say there's way to express your sexual energy without having intercourse or without coming into contact with another person. There's many ways to do that, and there's also, you know, you could dance, you could sing, you can move your body, you know. Literally. There's lots of ways to express your sexual energy. You could draw, you could write, you know, it's just a bunch of different ways you could do that, and that is creativity, you know. So I think in that way, yeah, like, it doesn't always have to be you know, exchanging energy with another person. Yeah. You know, you can keep that energy to yourself. Definitely. Like, you're a writer. You have this pent-up sexual energy. Write something that's a little, you know, raunchy or something, you know. Write something like that, you know. Channel that energy that way. Or, you know, you're a makeup artist. Do a really sexy, sultry makeup look on yourself or somebody else. Or, you know, you like to dress up, get very sexy, do a very sexy look. You like to dance, go out and dance, move your body, move your hips, be sensual, you know, all of that stuff. And that's all creative energy. Right. But I think there's a way to harness your creative sexual energy together and for yourself without giving it to someone else. Yeah. And just dumping it somewhere else and not using it for yourself in some way, you know? Of
course you should, you know, keep your energy to yourself, but I feel like when you meet someone and the connection is there, you just like, oh, we like each other, let's make this a romance thing.
Okay, with that, I would say it also matters how you meet this person, because I'm a person, I really do not believe in where you eat. Okay, I don't believe in you met somebody and you have a working relationship and then it going into something else. I think that could get very sticky. I don't really believe in doing that. So in that case, I would say that's where you could it up. Y'all were good working partners. Y'all had a good thing going. Y'all worked on doing this. You know, you the stylist, and you need. Oh, you talking about
when y'all already acquainted, working together, and then y'all start turning into a romantic.
Yeah,
oh, that's gonna
be a problem for sure. But I also do understand what you're saying, where it's like you can meet somebody with a talent and like feel the chemistry between y'all, but I think that's where vetting comes in and taking your time. This is what I'm saying. You gotta think, because you have to sit back and think for a second. Like, you can't just be jumping at every emotion you have, every, you know, feeling of your flesh. Like, you got to be able to use some logic sometimes. Your discernment. Okay, do I want to take it here with this person?
Like, we got a good thing going.
Or is this person in my life for a different reason? Did God bring this person in my life maybe so that we could collaborate,
right?
So that I could help them, so that they could help me. Like, it's not always about getting involved romantically. And sometimes it's not even involved. It's not even about getting involved, like, friendship wise. Some people you're not meant to be friends with. Some people are just meant to be people that you work with. Yeah. And you guys work really together in that aspect. But if you guys were to be friends, it would be too much. You know?
That part. Yeah.
You guys, you have to take your time, you know, and stop trying to rush into things, especially
rush to call somebody your friend.
Yes, and especially with men, like, just slow down. Who's to say that he's here for that? Y'all can have chemistry for another reason. Y'all can have chemistry because y'all have the same type of creative ideas.
Yeah.
Y'all want to work on similar projects.
And I get it. Like, you could start being like, oh my God, but I mean. But then that's when you gotta, you know, use that thinking cap, and vet the situation for sure. Like maybe it's not here for that. That's not what we here to do. And sometimes it's like, it's doing the connection a disservice, because it's like y'all could have really, you know, did some magic together, and instead y'all decided to take the romantic route.
Especially if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, because now that's dead. Like,
because now all of it is gone.
Yeah, like you need to make that decision in the beginning stage, because you know, don't leave nothing up in the air. A little bit of this, a little bit of creativity, a little bit of no. It's either one or the other. You gotta pick one.
You gotta get focused,
okay, and make up your mind.
Stop doing things all
it gets
messy.
Or even like you said with platonic relationships too, like. Maybe we just meant to work and we're not meant to be friends. Now it's like, you know, maybe we worked a little overtime. Now we went out for some drinks. Now it's friend. I don't like how people throw that word around, because the friend thing and the I love you, like, people just be saying, and it's like, you don't mean that. I just met you. That's scary to me.
I can't really lie like that. I think that
I'm gonna smile at you. If someone says that to me, I'm gonna be like,
I feel like my actions really do speak for themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't do nothing that I'm uncomfortable with doing. So it's like when it comes to stuff like that, like making friends, like if I see somebody's taking a liking to me, like if I'm not feeling that same way, I'm not gonna engage with them like that. I'm just not gonna do it, because I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, I'm feeling this way about you just because you feel this way about me.
Yeah, no.
I have to feel that for myself,
right,
to take this relationship further. You know, I'm not just gonna be, oh, she wants to be my friend, so I'm gonna be her friend.
And you know what? As a kid,
I go at my own pace with stuff like that.
I was doing shit like that as a kid because I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But anybody got time for that? Listen, you're not my cup of tea, and maybe it's just you know, we meant to keep it work related. You know, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, some people take offense to that. The people I want to associate myself with are grown and understand that not everybody's meant to be your friend. And that we have relationships for certain things.
Yeah.
Period. But yes, vet the people you bring into your life. You know.
And assess what this could be. You know.
And what it shouldn't be.
Yes.
Because even stuff
assess the situation, because it doesn't always have to result in a romantic situation. It doesn't have to always go there. Just because a man comes around you in some capacity doesn't mean you have to pursue some kind of romantic relationship with him.